Rexasaur here, and today I have a 1v1. I have two 1v1s for you. This is the first, and both of them are me versus my good friend of Portugal. This was in training for the tournament, which has now gone past. It's been like over a week. I will show you the results of that next week. But for now, you have the training matches between us two. So I'm playing Britannia. We're going Barbarian only. My army composes of 3 Chosen Swordsmen gold, 3 Woad Raiders gold, 1 Druid gold, 6 Headcutters gold, except for 1 who is gold bronze, 3 British Heavy Chariots gold, 3 Barbarian Mercenary Cav gold, gold, and 1 Barbarian Warlord gold. Gold. Why do I only put 1 G? That's just silly, isn't it? Right, and my friend slash enemy, Portugal, here as ThePortugal1143. He has 5 Ball Warriors gold, 2 Naked Fanatics gold, 2 Balearic Slingers gold, 1 of his Longshore Cav is gold, the other one is silver, and then General's Armoured Bodyguard gold. So let's play on. So straight away, he sees my deployment. My deployment is a bit averagely. I've put 1 unit of chariots there, 2 there. I outnumber him with cav, infantry, and everything pretty much. But he has Ball Warriors who, if you remember correctly, have 2 hit points and are a pile of arse to take down. So he tries to set up a defensive perimeter. Obviously, as he doesn't have pikes, it's not entirely successful. But I'm basically going in for the attack. I'm moving forward. All my men going to move them there. He's only got 2 units of slingers, so even though they are Balearic Slingers and are gold, they are going to do a horrendous amount of damage on my lowly defense Britannia troops, because I've only got attack upgrades all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my chariots up. Chariots cause morale distress in troops, so I'm going to keep them in relative safety, but what I want to do is go back here and take out his cav. So he's going to move 1 unit of cav over here. I recall that I said Woad Raiders, they are Woad Warriors. Woad Raiders is Age of Empires. So I've set up all my mercenary cav on one flank. Did I say I have 2? No, I did say I have 3. And I'm thinking, well, as light cav, they're not incredible in the charge, but they're still pretty good. So I'm thinking to myself, should I go for a charge? Because he can't really do much. He's put his Balearics pretty much in plain sight of my men here, and they're not facing the right way. So I'm going to move forward. My men. I've got my druids in the back chanting. They're trying to catch up with my men. What I was doing was trying to work out the group using hotkeys. So all my infantry in one group, hotkey 1. So I move my men forward. I push a war cry, and then these Bull Warriors are actually going to throw their peeler at me eventually. Yeah, right now, and that causes a devastating amount of damage on me. Yeah, I'm down to 37 from 80, so straight away I'm going to flee, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much straight away. So whilst this is happening, I'm sending in my chariots to take out his Balearic Slingers. I took out about a lot on the charge, doing a lot of damage to them. So I move back my cav, and whilst my infantry are charging in, sending these chariots around the back, but they're a bit late. I've got my general defending my line from this. So yeah, I'm just going around, sending in my chariots, creating havoc, throwing my men around, but whatever. And then my heads are being hurled, pretty much. Gonna get some friendly fire, but you know, compared to how many hit points these Bull Warriors have, yeah, it's pretty necessary to do that. So now I'm sending all my cav against his general,
Enemy warlord shows his
and then
worth.
against his naked
Nothing.
fanatics.
Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
So most of his army at this point is fleeing. He's still got a unit of bull warriors, but they straight away routing because of the size of my army and everyone else routing. He still has one unit somewhere. Ah, there it is. He's got unit naked fanatics come back from routing. He's gonna then a unit Balearic Slingers come back from routing. It's a bit random, but Spain seems to like to come back from routing. But with my huge amount of cav, I just swarm forward and charge in, and there we go. There's another unit down here who's come back from routing. Bull warriors again. But basically, I'm sending out my men to take them on, and then the enemy die. So yeah, that was the first one. That was pretty much a crushing blow. I lost most of my men in combat against the bull warriors and against their peeler throw, but because I overswarmed them, and I've still got a lot of troops. And head hurlers are actually pretty awesome because they got the stats of a swordsman, whilst being a missile unit. So it's pretty good.
The enemy.
So there we go, that's the heroic victory. I lost 350 men though. Wasn't an incredible, well, for a barbarian that's pretty good, and I killed pretty much all of them. So right, so thanks for watching this part, and I will go straight on to the next battle. Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the second battle. This is now an eastern, well no it's not at all because he's Macedon. I was planning to do an eastern one and get him to pick Seleucids, but whatever. So my army, I'm playing as Pontus, which I hate that faction so much, but whatever. So I have 3 Eastern Infantry gold, 4 Phalanx Pikemen gold, 2 Bronze Shield Pikemen gold, 6 Archers gold, 1 Peasant silver, and 4 Cappadocian Cav gold, 2 on each flank. Now the reason I took the Eastern Infantry was really to suck up his archer fire and hold his men in place and any like peeler fire would get, and then I realised, wait a minute, he's Macedon. It's a bit pointless. But basically my idea was to hold them there, get some rear charges, but that doesn't happen. And he's got not a lot of men, but really expensive good men. And when I saw this I was like, oh god, this is going to be a pushover. But it wasn't. And we'll see why right now. So straight away I'm moving my men. Now I've once again put them in hotkey formation, so I've grouped the Eastern Infantry, I've grouped these, and I've grouped these, and yeah. And this was with my faulty mouse, now I've got a good one. So anyway, I'm thinking straight away, lol, he's only got 2 Cappadocians, I might as well charge them. But it's not that simple, as I've learnt. It's actually, they're not incredibly shit. So straight away, boom, 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 I charge 1 each. So I go in, taking the charge. But as you can see, my men are already on 38, and his 35. And I start fleeing, and I'm like, shit! Shit, what happened? How is this possible? So I got 1 unit fleeing, and the other one is taking down that one, but this one actually didn't enter the battle, which I think lost him that side of the field. He actually runs them away to try and take out my peasants. To my surprise. He's only got 14 of those left, and I've still got a good 33. So, and over here it's a different story. He starts fleeing, but he's taken out my peasants, which is odd. And my peasants, I don't think I've taken out any of his. Took out 1 man, which is still more. So I send some Eastern Infantry, since right there is my arch line. I don't think I want to lose my archers. So I send a few shots that way, kill a good many. So he charges into my archer line. Not incredible. I should probably have moved back a unit, but here I've got my men running around. These automatically flee. I sort of it, you know, I sort of go, yeah, they're gonna flee. So these infantry aren't actually doing anything right now. My peasants sort of wanted to go this way for some reason. So yeah, so he's going to form a box formation again. But his Cretians are in range and are firing among these men. These are gold defense upgrades, by the way, not gold attack. I'm not that stupid. I want these to survive rather than kill. They're sort of there to hold the line, draw the fire, whatever. So at this point I send my men into a a failed charge. I sort of didn't want them to do that, I don't think, and yet they did. So that was the stupidness on my half. He's also got a unit of companions back here, so hoping that he doesn't see them, I charge into them. I don't think he does see them. No, but I charge in. I do a failed charge in, and I lose a lot of men to that. Oh, maybe... Oh, bollocks. Okay, that was a fail on my half. I think I moved them back and failed at it. So my peasants are routing again. They did charge the general, but didn't take any of them down. You know, sometimes you just can't get everything. So right now my archers are firing, and that's sort of mainly what that is. A defensive screen here, a defensive screen there, and then my archers. Sort of two defensive screens to make sure that my men don't get any kills. So he's sending fire arrows against my east infantry. In hindsight, I probably should have just left them there, but then he was charging. So what happens is that whilst this is happening, these are actually going to flee, and I'm going to send my men to attack them. Really bad formation. I always say to people after doing reviews, don't do this, and yet here I am doing it. And it's yeah, I realised that I did do a mistake there. I'm quite a bit of an idiot. But he's not going to move for the charge, which is pretty random. I love it when they do one volley. Is just amazing. But yeah, so right now I don't really have the best formation, but what do you know? So yeah, as you can see, it goes into a sort of crooked. You can take casualties from the side whilst not actually killing them from the front. It's not cool. So my cataphracts are in combat right now, and they're getting boggled down by the Portugal, which is a very good move, but he didn't put his phalanx. What he should have done is take them out of phalanx mode and then ran them at my men, and it would have probably ended well. As you can see, my cataphract battle down here completely failed, which wasn't too cool. But he's starting to flee now from the onslaught of all my phalanxes. So I do have the battle in the bag, but that doesn't stop me from thinking, I lost a lot of Cappadocian cav. That wasn't too cool. So I'm going to charge once again his general. I really want to take him down, because it's pretty much necessary. But I send in my eastern infantry to try and lure him out, sort of block him in place. My archers are firing down, trying to make sure that he doesn't, you know, get into them with my other dudes. His general is out of range. I think I might target my archers at him some point. Yeah, right now. He is going to lose a lot of men. I've also getting my eastern infantry there. They have spears, so they're actually pretty damn good against cavalry. Problem is they have no morale whatsoever. As you can see very soon. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, these ones survive. So he sends them into these archers who are going to fire one volley and then take a lot of damage. Gonna get a little upgrade. Hello, Mr. General. In the background, I've pretty much in combat with his last phalanx and doing a lot of damage. And then I send in my cataphract, who take a lot of damage from front spears like a bunch of idiots. So yeah, so general's down. There's only one unit left, and actually, where is it? Where's it go? Oh, actually, there's two units. Oh yeah, there's two archers. Yeah, so I don't have any light cav, which isn't too cool. Because right now because they're slower than normal and they're exhausted, so pretty much not going well. So right now he's moving his archers back. So I do a nice little charge here. Don't actually kill them off instantly on the charge, which isn't too cool, but I did take quite a few. I took quite a few casualties as well. And then he's got this unit which he's just running around, and he's like, no, don't take them, be nice. And it's like, no. And he decides to withdraw them, but they're like not withdrawing. And then that happens, and he's like, what? And then they actually do withdraw this time.
Victory is yours.
So yes, victory is mine apparently. It was a clear victory rather than a heroic one. We pretty much took out each other as the same. I think Portugal's problem was his lack of other infantry. If he had taken more phalanxes, probably would have done much better. If he had taken normal archers instead of Cretians, he could have had more archers, because Cretians are really expensive. Although they do the work, they are very expensive. So it was a good battle to my opponent, and a good battle overall, and next week we shall see the 2 GD battles that we did. One tournament based, and the other one was just after the tournament when we were like, let's have another battle. So yeah, actually I might only do one because they were quite long battles. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned.